Hi guys, in this tutorial we will try to duplicate this design. As you can see, this is a fairly complex design and we will try to recreate this with Elementor section and inner section. This type of design is a little bit complex to design with section and inner section, but in future Elementor will have flexbox container, and with this flexbox container this type of design will be very easy. Okay, so let's use the default section at inner section right for now, because almost all of us will be using this. Okay, so if you check this design, on the background we have a dark gray color, and on the right half we have a background image. Inside that we have a light background color, and the other half has a transparent. Then we have all our content. Okay, so let's first create a section and make this section full width with novel. Okay, let's add a class to our section, because that will be necessary when we will make our section responsive. Okay, so I'm calling it main sec for main section, and let's give it a minimum height so that we can check the changes we are doing. Okay, let's set it to 400 for now. First of all, we need to apply the background color. So for our one half will be dark gray, and on the other half will be a background image. So let's go to our style section and let's add the image. Okay, so our background image, let's choose this image. So this will be our background image. You can set the position as per your need. For me, I am choosing center right. Okay, and for the size, for now we will choose cover. We can choose custom. It is just as per your need and to make it look good. Okay, the repeat will be no repeat, of course. And then to make this left half the dark background, we have to go to this background overlay and click this gradient button. And first of all, let's make the opacity to 1, because we will need the solid color. And for the first color, let's add our dark gray color. So dark gray color is added. For the second color, let's set the transparent to 0, because we don't need second color. And for the location for the first color, let's set it 50, and for the second one the location will be also 50. As you can see, now we have 50% dark gray, and for the angle let's set it to 90 degree. Now we have the background image and the gray. Okay, so now roughly our first section is done. Now we have to create this background color. Okay, so for this we'll apply the color to our column. So select the column, go to the style tab and click this gradient button and choose the color in here. So this is our gray color, light gray. And for the other color, let's set the transparency to 0, and for location again set it to 50% and 50%, and set the angle to 90. But if we look our design, this gray color is not actually 50%, it is in the middle. So let's make it to 60 and 40. So for the first location, let's set it 60, and for the second let's set it 40. As you can see, now our color is little bit bigger than our main section. So now our background color is done, and let's add our content. So first of all, let's add an inner section in here, and make sure the inner section is boxed, because we want everything in our content area. Let's duplicate this because we will need to. For the first, we'll add our text. So let's add our text. To make this type of text on the border on the left and the text on the right, we can use our divider. So search for divider in here, and in here click this text icon and paste the text in here. So as you can see, our text is visible, and the left and right we have the divider, but we only need divider on the left hand side. Okay, so go to style, go to text, and for the position set to right. So the text will be on the right and the border will be on the left. And let's make the border small. Go to width, make it small. Now our small heading is done. So let's apply some color in here, and let's adjust the font size. So for our color, this will be this color, golden color. Adjust your color based on your theme. And for our text, this will be color, and we'll be using the letter font 0, and the weight will be 700, and it will be 13 size. Okay, so now this section is done, and we can also remove our gap. Okay, so now let's add our text. So text in here, you can use only one heading. I am using two heading. Just duplicate this and set it here, and click the column and set the widget space to 0 so that it is close together. And we can also set a little bit bottom margin to this so that it looks nice. I think this line should be a little bit smaller. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's style our text. So the text color will be white, obviously, and the size will be, let's call 42. It will be 700. Let's copy this and apply this style to this, and we can adjust our column width to make this one. You can set it only one column as well, but I'm giving it to two column. Now let's create the bottom section. To create this, we will need four column. We can just duplicate 4 column, and inside the column we will add call to action to get this type of look, and set the skin to cover. Now we have the similar look. Okay, so let's copy our text. Now our text is ready. Let's set a background image in here. First one, this will be our image. So now our image is set, and let's adjust the content to left so that everything is nice and simple. We can also set the height so that all of our box is on same height. I'm setting it to 365. Okay, now you can also add the icons. So for now, for our tutorial purpose, I will use the default icons. So go to the content. In this content area, click this icon button. As you can see, this is the icon, and let's choose a icon in here. Okay, this is nice and simple icon, and let's call the bottom text to read more. Now our text is done. We will need to adjust the style based on this. So let's check what is the background color of our section. So the color is 292929. Okay. So we will set the background color. As you can see, by default only the solid background is visible. When we hover over it, the background image is visible. Okay, so to make this, we'll go to the style tab and go to hover effect, and in here under background, the overlay color, let's set our color. As you can see, now our color is set to dark, and when we hover over, the color is gone. But on hover, we will need this color bar. The opacity will be a little bit low. Okay, maybe a little bit. Okay, it looks good. Let's also adjust our color of our button and font. So for button, we don't need any radius, and the width will be 1 pixel. and for the color, border color will be our golden color and the text color will be golden. And from the icon, go to graphic element and the primary color will be golden. So it is looking fairly good. You can also change the text color a little bit dark in here. Okay, let's keep it this way. So I think it looks good. So what you can do, select the section. We don't need the spacing between our column. As you can see, there is no space in here. So select the section and set the column cap to no gap. Now we don't have any space. Now we need a small border on the right. As you can see on the right, we have a 1 pixel border. So let's select the column and go to style, border, solid, and on the right we'll set 1 pixel and let's set the color to this 7A for now, for example. So let's copy the column and apply on the style to all of our column. Okay, for our last column we don't need the border obviously, so for that we will have the right border to 0. Now let's copy our call to action. You can just change that content in here. Let's change the icon. So now we have 4 icons and now we can apply some padding around our section. So go to the main section. For the main section, let's set the padding to 70, and for the column, make that top padding 70, bottom 70. As you can see, this is looking almost similar. For the second one, we need to show the background image. So go to the second one, style, hover effect. We don't need the deep hover effect. Just change the transparency. Okay, looking good. As you can see, this looks really good. And for the second section, we can apply some top margin with 30 pixels. Let's save this. And now as you can see, this is looking fairly similar to our design. You can make the necessary adjustment to the design. I am just making the tutorial short. So let's go make this section, whole section, responsive for now. So click this responsive button, go to tablet view. For tablet, I want there will be a little bit padding in here, and this will be obviously 2 column. So first of all, let's set the column width to 50%. Let's select the column and we'll have some let's call 30 pixel padding around this. Okay, and we can also change this to like 60%. Make the font a little bit smaller, 32. Let's make this 70%. Okay, so now it is looking a little better, but as you can see, the background is not looking good. It is on the halfway of the screen. So for our tablet, we want this background color to be expanded to all over this area, or maybe 70-80% of this area. Okay, to make this necessary change, Elementor doesn't have any responsive options for background color for now, so we will add manual adjustment for this. To do this, we had the class in our main section, main sec, and for our column, let's add another class to our main column, to main column. Okay, so this is how it looks on our desktop view. So let's go to our mobile view to check how it looks on tablet. So right click on this site and go to inspect and click this little toggle device emulation button, and let's make it smaller. As you can see, this is our current view. So if we go to let's say iPad, as you can see the background color is not looking good, so let's make this light gray background to all the way to this, and this dark can be as it is, but for the second one let's make this to like this area. Okay, expand to 80% or 90%. So if we inspect this column, as you can see this is our column. We have a class called main call, and if we inspect on the right hand side, as you can see no color is applied to in here because Elementor apply everything on Elementor widget wrap. So if we go to Elementor widget wrap under main call, we can see the background image in there. This is the gradient color, so we need to copy this one. So before that we will add this CSS. You can add this on customizer, but I like to add this on simple CSS.js plugin. So go to plugin, search for simple CSS.js, install the plugin, activate. Now we will add a new CSS, custom CSS. Let's call it custom CSS, and in here we will add all of our CSS. So let's save this first. Now we will add all of our CSS. So if I inspect, we had main call, so let's go to copy this main call class. This is for our column, and under that we'll select the Elementor widget wrap just below it. So we'll add the greater than sign, then Elementor widget wrap. This is a CSS selector, I think you guys know that. So now our background color is selected, and let's copy this one, paste it in here, and we need to change only on tablet or desktop view, right? So let's apply a media query. So we'll apply these changes only in device with 768 pixel to 1024 pixel. So only between these device with this CSS will be applied. So let's set this color. Currently it is set to 60% and 40%. Let's set it to 80% and 20%. As you can see, this looks a little bit better. So let's set this to make this 80 and make this 20, and apply important tag in here to override this. So let's save this, and if we refresh this, as you can see now it is looking much better. Okay. You can also make this 100% to cover the entire area, and also you can adjust the main section area. Same for to change the main section, select this main sec class, main sec, and then the greater than sign to select this. We need to select this Elementor background overlay because we have applied overlay on that area. Okay, so select this Elementor overlay, and now we can change the background image. So copy this background image we have currently, and let's set it to like a 70 30. Let's set this. Now this one will be moved to the right. Okay, this is how we can adjust the size. So for me the 50-50 is looking good, so I'm keeping this that way. And let's add the CSS for our mobile. So for our mobile, I'm just duplicating this. Let's remove this minimum. The max width will be obviously 767 pixels. So when the screen size is maximum 76 under 767 pixel, this will be applied. And for the mobile, I want to this color to expand all over to this area, so the color will be 100% by 0%. So this, refresh. So now the tablet is in like that. And if we go to this iPhone, as you can see, it is expanding the whole area. As you can see, now it is expanding the whole area, looking perfect. We need to fix the border and this column area. Okay, so let's switch to the mobile view and let's make this to 100%. This is already 100%, so let's set the width to 55% for this. And you can also adjust the size, obviously, font size. So let's make this 24 pixel. This is 24, and we can also apply a little bit margin below with bottom 10 pixel. Okay, this is looking good. We can also adjust the padding. Let's set to 20 pixel. And for this, click this column, first column, and for the border, make the right 0 and bottom 1. So we will only need border on the bottom right now. Okay, so now turn on all, only the bottom will be 1. Okay, so same for the second one. Go to the border on the bottom, that will be 1. For this one as well, bottom will be 1. So now let's save this and let's check. As you can see, all the border is on the bottom. We can also check the change the icon size and everything. Okay, so this is up to you. So as you can see, now everything looks really good. So if we disable the responsive view, as you can see on the desktop, it is looking like this. And if we adjust our size on tablet, it is looking like this, and on the phone it is looking like this. Okay, so this is how we can create this type of section.